Well, good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Before we embark on our next river adventure here in a couple minutes, after the last video dropped, we finally hit the 1,000th subscriber for Indiana Smith. I want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed, everybody who's watched my videos, all of you who leave comments. I love your comments, always try to respond to each one. And 1,000 subscribers means we now have a winner for our drawing. So let me remind you of the prizes. First of all, the winner gets a signed copy of my historical novel, President Hamilton, which, by the way, if you didn't win, is available on Amazon. I promise it's a great story. You'll really enjoy it. Also, they get one personally found point out of my collection and nice little mosasaur vertebrae that I actually retrieved on a recent trip to the river. So those are your prizes, but who gets them? All right, and the winner is, drum roll please. Actually, never mind, that's terrible. Drum roll. The winner is Ancient Adventures, which is hosted by Stephanie Inskeep out of North Carolina. So Stephanie, get a hold of me, drop me some contact info. Your prize will be in the mail. Thanks again to everyone who subscribes, likes, leave comments. Couldn't do it without you. I will have more adventures coming. My pace may slow down a little bit. Here in Northeast Texas, we have entered the Hell's Front Porch stage of summer, so I'm not going to be getting out down in the river as much. It does turn into a giant convection oven this time of year, but I've got a few more episodes worth of material already filmed, and also I have, I'll probably slip out at least one or more 2 times early in the morning beating the heat. So anyway, on with this week's adventure. Well, we finally got the big rain we've been waiting for, and I'm actually on my way down to the river. I'm at a place I very rarely go. I am right here at the actual Ladonia Fossil Park because the river came up 12 feet yesterday. There's just a little bit of gravel showing, but for once I'm actually going to be the first one at the fossil park, except there's a whole crew of teachers down here because I'm doing a teacher seminar on fossils. I just caught up with them because I actually double booked and had a talk at the Children's Museum this morning. So I'm going to go see what my teacher friends have found. Okay, so here we are down at the Ladonia Fossil Park. My trusty Joseph with me with his new hat,
Howdy.
looking dashing.
Yes.
And a bunch of teachers from the group that I've been, I did a Digging Up the Past workshop with them yesterday, and so now we're down here today looking to see what we can find. And the river took, right here it was about a 3 or 4 foot rise yesterday. We're the first ones in afterwards, so I've already found several pieces of baculite and shell, just showing them what fossils look like. Who knows what lies down here? Well, we are just down here getting rained on. Not anything like yesterday. Boy, yesterday the bottom dropped out, but this is kind of soggy. Well, we have one little shower came through and got a little bit soaked, and the other teachers are heading up. We've got a barbecue truck waiting on us. I'm about to head that way myself, but I'm riding with Joseph, and Joseph is still down in the river. But well, we found a few little things. Only real artifact I found was this, just a sec, big broken preform. That would have been a nice, big old 4 or 5 inch preform. And one of the ladies found a little bit of mosasaur jaw. There were some various pieces of bone and shell found, you know, kind of your typical river stuff. Water is still pretty high. And of course, being the fossil park, there's already people coming in behind us, but it looks like our field trip at least got here first. We got to walk a little bit of virgin gravel, and it is the first time I've gone the trail at the fossil park. I've been up here in the parking lot. I've never dropped in here because there's always so many people here. I sometimes swing through here after a hunt and catch people on the way out and give them some of the stuff I've found, because a lot of times this area is so picked over they don't get anything. All right, signing off. No real outstanding fossils, but this is a neat little piece. This is a little bit of mosasaur jaw, and it's black because it probably came out of that red zone. That bone is heavily phosphatized and often turns black, but that's the coolest piece that I saw any of the teachers found. That's pretty neat. Like I said, we found one other bit of mosasaur bone and a lot of little bits of shell and some baculites and stuff like that, and a few pieces of worked flint. But yeah, it's a pretty deep little fossil. May come back down the river after we eat lunch. I'll see if anybody wants to. This is Bug Tussle, Texas, and this is Mama's food trailer where we just ate lunch, and I'm loving this place. Look at this. A planter in the pickup bed. How cool is that? So anyway, if you're up on the river and need a bite to eat after a day's hunt, this is just right before the 1550 crossroads. Nice. Man, medicines just don't have cool names like this anymore. Syrup of black draught. Man, you just get better reading that for fear of having to take it. Wish that bottle had been whole. That's pretty cool. All right, Joseph's just got him a killer vertebrae. Look at that. Go ahead and pick it up.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a little eroded, but that is a nice big dude. Good job, bud.
A big hunker.
Here's a real cool piece of what we call the red zone. I usually don't hunt the upper end of the river that much where this stuff is more common, but one reason people like it is it's just loaded with little fossils. Sometimes you find bones and teeth. You can see little tunnels and burrows that have filled in. Joseph found a little curled up piece of an ammonite. It's just neat stuff, and you never know what's going to be in it. Okay, we're just rounding the corner. Spotted something right here. Joseph was looking at that little flake up there, and it's a broken Gary, our first point of the day, even if it's not complete.
Imprint. Good looking one, though.
Nice. Well, we're down around the bend. We got a couple of big gravel bars. We're going to look here, then we're going to turn around. Joseph has a big old swallowtail butterfly following him. Joseph, you just took a bath in the flowing waters of the creek. What you going to do next?
Try not to fall my face down in the water.
Okay, that's good advice. Try not to fall face down in the water. Whew. Well, that was more fun than a barrel of monkeys. Actually, you know, everybody says that, but I put a bunch of monkeys in a barrel one time, and the first couple of minutes was moderately amusing, but after that it was nothing but blood, poop, and monkey parts everywhere. I didn't even know monkeys were carnivorous. Anyway, I shouldn't have laughed at Joseph for falling down in midstream because I got like 100 feet from the trailhead, tripped and fell, and put my hand right down in a fire ant nest. So I've got about 15 stings coming up on this hand. Oh boy. The things we do for the little pieces of rock that we love. Anyway, couple of broke points, few cool fossils. Found a nice hefty brass sink piece, about 3 or 4 pounds, and that will certainly fetch a good price at the salvage yard. So certainly not a waste today, but not what we hoped it would be. We'll catch you next time. Okay, here we are back at the house, and this is our somewhat meager finds for today. The big tip I found at the fossil park. Piece of ammonite and a really nice big vertebrae Joseph found. A large indeterminate hunk of bone that I got. Piece of burnt deer bone that may have come out of an Indian camp. 2 broken points. And a brass sink fitting that I'm going to sell at the scrapyard. That was a lot of work for such a meager haul. All right, well, better luck next time. We'll be checking in again. Look what is flying over our house this afternoon. That always looked like so much fun.